On live. Oh, we're live. Hello. Let's see if the internet wants to work tonight. Doo-da, 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 doo-da day. Hey, we're a bit late. But we made it. This new time is gonna stuff me a little bit, but that's okay. Here we go. Right. Hello, everyone. Tonight, I think we're gonna paint a landscape. Because, trying something new out for size. Anyway, so let's get started, shall we? This could end really well, really bad, or a bit in between, to tell you the truth. Where did my landscape stencil go?
You were going to use a stencil?
Okay. What's near that? I'm gonna do a little bit of most of the work, but I'm gonna do a little bit of cheat with the thing. Oh, Dad, can you put the class thingy up in the group?
I'm trying to get those.
Oh, hello, Rosemary and Chloe and Tish.
Other people's Facebooks.
Because your computer is wanting to go into retirement. That's what I said to it the other day, and it still didn't, work well for me. Alright, so yes, today we're doing kind of like a landscape type thing. We are going to cheat a little bit with the stencil, but we're going to do most of the work, which is the main point. So we've got our piece of, I think this is a piece of tissue paper from, I always want to call it Happy Family, but it's not Happy Family, it's Beautiful Family. It's close to Happy Family. Beautiful Family. Oh, hello, Sandy. Hello, Jason and Pam. They will be. You're the most reliable scribe I've ever had. And that's saying something, because I've only ever had 3 scribes in my life. I have had Milton for I think about 2 videos, Noah, and you.
Wow. The competition is thick, I've got to tell you.
Look, no, it really ain't.
It's a Beautiful Family tissue paper.
Yeah, so I just put that on there. Oh, hello, Sandra and Robin. Right, so I've got all those ones there, and then I wonder if I've got some of the tissue paper that we send you guys. Yes, I do. Oh.
The purple stuff.
The purple stuff.
I bought purple again.
You bought purple again?
I like it.
Why? Because it doesn't have the glitter bits on it, so you don't have a glittery full head.
When I accidentally put the tape on spot, I can peel it up.
Oh, that's fancy. Right, so basically what I'm doing is I'm just kind of making a bit of a, I think you could call it decoupage with my tissue papers, just to get basically where my main features are going to be, like my 2 mountains, and then there was going to be one in the middle there. So I just need a 3rd color. I'm not very planned tonight. I'll be completely honest here. We are making this on the fly a little bit, not too much.
What colour were you looking for?
I don't know. Maybe that color?
Maybe that.
No, it doesn't look very good. Oh, hello, Marie. No, it's alright. I was running late. I only have been on for about 2 minutes. Oh, hello, Lorraine and Michelle. Yeah, don't worry about being late, honestly.
Well, the good news is we've got the safari paper.
Yes, we did get the safari paper today.
This afternoon, what we got.
The main point is that it is here. Right.
So soon it'll be to you.
Exactly. Tomorrow we'll finish packing all the retreat kits.
A week behind schedule.
No, we're not a week. We're usually behind schedule, so actually we are in front of schedule.
Your mum sent this one off early to the princess. Let's not talk about that.
Look. It is what it is. Right, here we go. So,
I'm just going to check with my other Facebook.
that's fine by me. You're going to be replaced by Nora anyway, more than likely. Nora and I are the dream team. Not really. I feel like some of the ladies are probably laughing at that. We have moments.
I must say, if Debbie Higgs is on tonight, that is amazing what you put up in the Great Family Group.
Oh, the calendars. Absolutely jealous, hey? Great work. Okay, right. Now we're just playing around. We need to stick this down. We're on a roll. Tonight, we're getting the landscape done in an hour. I've made a promise to myself. Oh, very wet at Swan Hill. I can imagine. You guys are supposed to get rain like forever at the moment. That's like forecasted. To be advised on when you're going to get sun again.
Yeah. I can tell you if it's raining or not. No, it's not.
No, it's not. We are dry as dry can be.
Oh, it's still green. It's raining all week.
Yes, we have our limey color grass again. Woo! We can't grow succulents up here.
Yeah, we don't have succulents on the footpath.
Look, all I have to say is I felt very ripped off when I went down to Victoria because I had some friends from uni that are now living in Victoria. And they're like, oh, it's really dry here at the moment. It's not as wet as what it normally is. And I went down, you guys had succulents and moss on concrete. That ain't normal. Only a fortnight away, the retreaters name me. No. I don't want to think about that. I'm going to do a lot of cutting tomorrow. Cameos and I are a tight-knit group of work buddies. Great thing is that they don't talk back or ask silly questions like my dad. Right.
That's not very nice.
Okay. Today you were just a little bit annoying.
I was just putting the pressure on.
Yeah, I'm going to hoodle you tomorrow like there's nothing else.
I actually filled someone. Oh, Debbie's just joined us. She's probably a bit late. We're praising her calendars. Found that amazing.
They were absolutely amazing. Right, here we go. So the reason why I'm doing this collage... Oh, you need a knock.
Yeah, I've got to go knock.
The reason why we are... Oh, this was kind of a bit of a mistake. Yeah, shut that one down. The reason why we're doing this collage like we are is because it helps us like segment out what's going to be in our landscape and just really get the fine points down pat early on. So then we don't have to worry too much about the composition, which is the main thing. Doo-da, 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 hey. Hey! Right, all evening. Oh, you're watching Tuesday morning class and then you swapped over. Oh, look at that.
Last night's stuff. I slept through the page is amazing.
Yeah, I know you slept through it. I felt ripped off.
I was a bit tired last night.
Yeah.
Oh, Jason's got a new kitten.
Oh,
We
goodness.
could have posted him Missy.
You sure you don't want one by cat? She costs a lot of vet bills
She's only got
currently.
6 lives left.
At least 6. Damn.
She's from 9 down to 6.
You're keeping count.
The vet bills kick out.
I was about to say, I don't know if we can afford another 6 lives.
Yeah.
The vet's more expensive than the doctor.
Yep.
Right.
How come I'm getting store-bought feeds in there?
Because I work for them. And you're their target target audience.
Yeah.
A business owner, 30 years and up.
Okay.
No, but you've got a Facebook admin.
Oh, thank you. That's got me confused for someone that makes decisions.
Don't worry, Dad. It's only Facebook getting confused.
I hope you moved your alarm half an hour earlier, Chloe, because we're kicking off half an hour early now.
I hope Missy Kitty is well again. Yes.
Yeah, she is. Still has zero road sense. Whenever you park the car at the front, she comes and rolls in front of them.
I think it's just a game to her. I am running out of gel medium. I do prefer gel medium. It has a bit more body to it. I've got a bit more leeway with it. Here we go. But we're going to use some clear gesso. Clear gesso. It's all good, Debbie. They were amazing. It's absolutely stunning. Right. By using the clear gesso as well, it is a little bit easier to move around. You don't need as much as what you do with the gel medium matte. I just prefer it. Holds things down, and with the humidity, it's great. Right. There we go. Yes, gesso does work as glue. I'm using clear gesso right now, so it won't become white. If you do use just normal gesso, it will dry white. There are a few negatives to that. Using white paint for a base layer, and
Depends if you want a whitewash.
you can do it like a whitewash. I don't know.
It works well like glue, but it does work really well.
Yeah, it does. I use a lot of white paint already, so I try to avoid using gesso as a glue. Because, avoid. Right, so now we're going to come in and we're going to watercolor in our main colors and then do a little bit more work on it. Like we're going to first do like a light watercolor and then come in with some paint.
Scribe swap. Sweet.
And here we go.
It's been tough work so far, Noah. I put up 1 week. Oh.
Has he liked any of the comments, Noah?
Oh, jeez, Liz.
This is your time to really rip it up in front of people.
Oh, he didn't like one of Pam's posts.
Oh, I missed one. Oh, dear.
Oh, you missed the first one too.
Oh.
Double trouble. Diane B said, "Hi everyone. I was hoping you'd be here tonight."
Yeah, we are. Thursday nights is on me time. Look at the paint.
That's always in trouble.
There you go. So we're just coming in.
Diane B says, "Hello everyone."
Oh, hello.
What?
We are making a landscape. I'm thinking we might go for like a tealy type mountain color. What do you think, Noah? We're doing a mountain landscape. What type of mountain colors would you prefer?
Have we asked that?
Are you living in Queensland or Victoria or New South Wales?
I don't
You go
know.
to Blue Mountains.
I can paint succulents really well, but we don't want to be here for 3 hours. Also, they're just triangles. Boring.
They're kind of curvy though. Like, you know, they got some bends in them.
Triangles.
Yes.
Right, and we want this one here to be like a brownie bit.
Lisa Benzel says evening.
Oh, evening, evening, evening. You might have to open up YouTube as well. We are on YouTube. I don't know if Dad opened the YouTube bit.
No, he didn't.
Ooh.
Oh, what a shame. He didn't open up StreamYard. I suppose if I have all three of those on, it just gets real glitchy.
Yeah. So you can try opening all three of those up. I've never been successful on that computer. Dad, our scribing computer is like dying.
I think dying is a light way of saying near death.
It is. It complains. We don't listen. We don't have very good listening skills to technology in this family. We lack the ability. Right, there we
A
go.
little bit of blue in your grey.
Oh, yeah, I know. That was an accident.
Well, it's not as bad as when Amelia mixed Mum's yellow with blue and it made it green.
Yep. She also used all my skin colour. That's why we don't do skin colour colours anymore.
And she got rid of our lifetime supply of glitter.
Okay. Nah. As much as I love your blunt honesty, it's the trait we share. There are a time and place for it.
Pam M says, "How's Mum today?"
Oh, she's pretty good.
Marie K says, "I am often scared of technology."
Just show it who's boss. Being the dominant person of the relationship. So I'm just pouring out a few colours. I think we're going to go with a mainly like realistic looking one maybe.
Well, actually, Dad is a bit of a tech clumsy, but I think Nana's got better at texting than Dad.
Yeah, our Nana sends gifs in her text messages now.
She can also
Or
send
photos.
emojis.
Or emojis.
She's also figured out, you know how like you can do that specific way of texting where you can send like one message to multiple people?
Yep.
She can do that.
What can I say? Our Nana is quite skilled at technology.
Pam M replied to Marie K's comment about technology. So am I.
Yeah. Look. It is what it is. Unfortunately, the days you want technology to work,
It doesn't.
and then the days you don't want it to work,
It doesn't.
there you go. Right, and here we are. This is going to get a bit wet, people. Just a heads up moment. But it will be alright. So we're going to come in and add our tealin first, and we want to make sure we get the drippies going. And then we're going to come in with some of our paisley.
What's happened in your week this well, man?
I've worked my butt off. I think I swam 60 laps under an hour today. I'm not entirely sure. Had a bit of a moment where I thought I lost my glasses.
Well, I mean, I do notice that like you either lose your phone, your glasses, or your keys. And that's just with everyone.
Yeah, but this was at the pool. I was having a heart palpitation moment. It was definitely one of those times where you're like, oh dear Lord.
Do you need someone with the same glasses as you? Like same style lenses?
No, my bag just fell over in the wind and when...
No, you didn't like at a craft show.
Oh yeah, I did. That was one of my older pair of glasses though.
Oh yeah.
Quite a new pair. Right, here we go. So we're coming in and we're doing a bit of a watercolory type technique with our actual acrylic paints. And we're doing this with acrylic paints because we want it to be mostly opaque and we want to keep its color. Go. And as you can see, the collage is actually like the markings of where we need to go, which is the helpful bit in here.
Oh, this collage reminds me of when you did that painting of the landscape watercolor painting of what's it? The mountain?
The Mount Larkham
Mount Larkham.
in grade 10.
Yeah.
Yeah. We're kind of using the same technique. Small scale. And I didn't do that on a video. Plus that took me weeks.
Yeah.
We don't have weeks on this video. We have.
Plus, it's like not really mixed media. It's more color.
Yeah. It depends. The trick here is once you think you've got enough water, add a bit more.
More is better until it overflows.
Yeah, and if it starts like dying on you, just heat it with the heat tool. Wait a couple of hours and come back and hit it with some more.
Ooh, I think I forgot to go look at the chickies.
I'll go and look at the chickens.
They probably all on there.
I literally just said you're a better scribe than Dad. Now you're leaving. Jeez. Nothing. Don't worry.
Yeah, that's fine.
I know where I stand.
I'm glad you do. Alright, here we go.
Back.
You back? Right.
Hello, Maddie. When's Amelia's birthday party?
Dude, it's on Sunday.
This week.
Mm-hmm.
Just making sure, because we have to make a couple cupcakes.
Yeah, we're doing that tomorrow. Right, here we go. So we're just coming in. Gosh. It's like trying to make a color wheel gradient here.
Kind of looks like, very textured veins or something. Or like crying. But,
Crying, okay.
Well, the blue one does.
Right.
Or it could be like the sky and rain. Everyone interprets art differently, Naomi.
Right. Crying wasn't really what I was going for, but yeah.
Well, it's blue. I'm sorry, I misinterpreted it.
See, I registered blue as water, but yeah.
Rain is water.
Suppose so is crying.
Yeah. I mean, it could be good rain.
Suppose. Haven't had much of that.
No, we haven't.
Right.
Actually, we did have rain at a moment where it was kind of like probably a whole 2 seasons ago. You know, when we had that rain and like it wasn't cloudy. And it was raining really heavily, but there were no clouds. But it was like sunny.
Yeah, that was called a heavy sun shower, no?
I'm sorry.
I really got to get better at tutoring you.
I had not experienced one of those, okay? I just thought it was rain without, darkness.
It used to be quite common. Right, here we go. So we're just trying to strengthen our lines a little bit between the different segments by coming in with some of our darker colours. It's really getting into that groovy bit there.
I said, how is Noah diving into... Oh, Naomi, how is diving practice going? Oh, no, Noah driving practice. Oops. It's going good. Yeah. That's the best way to say it.
Are we still mounting gutters?
No, I only did that once. And that was on, that really small roundabout?
Which one?
It's like the one where you go that way. You go that way, my hand's pointing. And the
Is
pub,
it the one near us that's just over there?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. That is
it is really tiny.
It's really small. Did you have to go up the hill after it?
Yeah.
Oh.
Giant D says that looks good. We also did a hill star.
Oh, okay. And an automatic. Not that difficult, lovely.
Oh. Yes, manual.
I am a manual driver.
I haven't been able to borrow the Gets. I'm kind of sorry.
Well, you're not borrowing it until you stop mounting things. You'll flip the Gets.
I will not flip the Gets. I only do the speed of 40.
Okay, Noah. The Gets does not mount things. It tumbles. It rolls. It does corners quite nicely at 60, though.
Thanks, Naomi-Jon.
I take corners just a little bit fast.
A little bit. It's kind of like playing corners, but you don't have a choice.
Okay. I have fun. The worst thing is that I don't slow down at a corner in my life. Well, then I think I'm okay. Right, here we go.
Well, if I've been a slow driver, you've been a slow driver, and Nelson's been a fast driver.
Oh, Millie's guaranteed to be an evil Knievel. Right.
The first word was indicator, so I think she's just going to be a natural.
She's born to drive.
Speed driver.
Right. Oh, hello, Deborah. Oh, you're in Tanham Sands. Oh, you're only half an hour away. Literally not even that. Well, it depends what traffic you get and if there's roadworks. Right, so we're just coming in and we're adding some white. We don't really want it to stay white. We're mixing in. This is to make some bits just a bit more stand out and to highlight where we want it to highlight. And we are dabbing. We're not like stroking or anything like that. We're going in and we're just kind of using our paintbrush like a sponge.
Could you provide any tips and tricks for the people watching about practicing doing landscape mixed media? Like,
just have a go. Mountains are the easiest scenes to do, so are sunsets. Yeah. Underwater is surprisingly very difficult to do.
Is that because everything has to have like a bluey tinge?
Yeah, and things just get real muddy real fast.
Oh, yeah. And then you do like coral, make it pink and vibrant, but still blend with the blue.
Yep. You're explaining the main problems there, man. That just...
I'm going to do a psychic prediction. Amelia will come out here to say goodnight in around 5 minutes.
Oh, I bet under 5.
Well,
Oh.
I wanted to rinse it under water.
Here we go. Here we go. Oh, no, she went to Mum. Damn it.
May I talk to Mum for 5 minutes?
Is she behind me?
No.
Oh, I thought I was going to win.
We didn't bet on anything though. On what time she was going to come.
We did 5 minutes. Right.
There's nothing you're going to win.
I don't care. I'm a competitive sort of person. Oh, it's just about blending the colours. If it doesn't work out too well, what you do is you just dry it, wait for it to be fully dry, and then come back and paint over it again. Literally.
Yeah.
Landscapes are all just about practicing between the lights and the darks. It is a little bit messy sometimes.
I know. Yes, I know.
And then what we want to come and do is we want to make this bit up here just a bit more.
Missy did not eat that. You ate it.
Oh, Naomi.
Yeah.
You know how we go to feed the chickens, you use the scooper?
Mm.
Well,
Have we lost the scooper?
no. They've discovered, well, Chicky already knew, but Chicky was too lazy. The 2 new chickens, well, they're not new, but the 2 black chickens, they've discovered that the seed is actually in that thing. So if they want all the seed in one pile, they just have to peck your feet, and then enough that you just drop it.
That's why you go in there with covered toes.
Yeah, they start pecking your shoes.
You still go in there with covered toes.
Marie K says, looking very beautiful, Naomi. And
Thank
Diane B says, you love what you're creating.
Thank you. See, it's just.
I think Amelia is starting to understand the show.
Yeah, Mum's hooked on the show, by the way. Shadowhunters on Netflix.
She's reading the book series too.
We don't. Like, honestly, we have this thing in our house where we're not supposed to watch series.
Mum's not supposed to watch series.
Yeah, us kids can. We're very good at dropping shows as soon as they get bad. Mum, on the other hand, keeps watching just to see if they get better.
Oh, then there's Amelia who tries rewatching every episode to see new things.
Okay, look, sometimes you do need to do that with Barbie. Not so much with the My Little Pony.
Oh.
Right, and then we're just going to come over the seam here. And we want to make sure by going over the seam, it doesn't look like we added that in later. It actually looks like we...
Pam says, whoa, loving this mountains. Looking so good.
Thank you. Right, and then what we're going to come and do is, I think we're ready to dry our first layer of paint.
Now, with your heat tool, is there any heat tool safety?
You have to burn your little brother while drawing your page. Kidding.
Yeah, is there any storage problems with these products, or are they all good that you're using? Like,
I cannot murder you because we're on alive. No, there is no problems with it. Just don't keep your paints near a hot wall. If you live in Queensland, you know, the coolest place in your house. Not the freezer. And the heat tool, just the general. Don't put it near your hair. It's not a blow dryer. It will set it on fire.
don't put in water.
Yeah, no water.
If it does a spark, we'll get rid of it.
The new ones do have safety mechanisms to stop it from going on fire, so.
Yeah, unlike Mum's dinosaur one.
We did set that on fire.
Pam says, I believe my favourite person is visiting you.
Deborah. Woo!
That's Pam.
Yeah, Deborah's coming in tomorrow at the store. You're gonna miss.
Ah. Debbie H says, you are truly an amazing artist.
Oh,
It
thank
just
you.
looks like paint and water, and now it's a whole scene of mountains.
It's just about blending the colors. So we are gonna come in. And do a bit more detail on it. It does need to be a bit more drier though.
I think I'm going to lose that because Amelia hasn't come over yet.
If it's over 5 minutes, you still lose.
Well, I don't know when they actually said this, so I think it's going to count 4 minutes from now.
That doesn't count. It's been at least 5 minutes.
Well, we both lost.
Alright, so we do have to make sure, because I want to use like the stencil next. So we do have to make sure that most of it is like really dry.
Deborah H says, Pam, you'll have to send me your shopping list.
Oh, yes. You know. Actually, the shop's pretty much put together at the moment. It's really amazing. It's been together for over a week now.
It's kind of prime time. The light move it on you.
No, I've got too much cutting to do for the retreat. Jeez. I'm not going to be able to move it. Okay, right. I was just checking. So most of our areas are dry, which is good. Because now we're going to come in and do is actually, real quick, I do want to do some little passions first before we get in there. Just to know.
Deborah H says, lol, wait until I've been.
Then we will have to move some product around, maybe. No, we got a lot of stuff.
Yeah, we got heaps.
I cut every day. Like.
I mean, we still have some tables that have product on them, so.
Some.
I'm like 2 tables.
Been quite generous there with your description.
I'm sorry.
I think most of our tables have product on them that need to be hung.
No, we have 6 tables that are always free of stock, Naomi.
What, are they packed up?
No. They're always free of stock on Wednesdays.
Oh, yeah, that's when the ladies come in.
And then we always have 4 every other day.
Right.
I know how the shop works.
You do?
Pam M says, Deborah, and Pam, just tell hubby you are shopping at home.
Genius move. Right. Our white bits are dry. Sorry, I just did those because, like, you know, I do them on every painting. I think it's going to be my signature now. I keep forgetting to sign my artworks. So
What's going to be your signature?
these, like, little white line things that I do on each thing.
Shine.
These things. Look at the screen.
Oh, yeah, that. Oh, I don't know if that's a really valid signature.
Oh, I reckon it could be.
I think a more valid signature could be like Amelia's signature, where it's a cat with a A in the middle.
That is definitely her signature.
Deborah H says, love the look of the new range of the products too.
Oh, yes. It's very pretty. Right. So, I was just coming in to make sure our stencil works. I'm just going to blend that out a bit. No, did you set the window?
Oh, no, Missy's outside. We haven't fed Missy.
Okay, right. So now we need to decide where the top of our grass is going to kind of go, and we work from the top down. So we've got, I reckon we can go with maybe from here.
What is it?
And then we'll work down from there.
Deborah H said, Pam M. If he was a drinker, I'd send him to the pub and pick him up when he was drunk later.
Like, honestly, not a bad move. We'll have to suggest it to some customers. So we're just going to come in and we're going to use our blending brush just to do a few layers of grass. This is going to give us the detail that's necessary between the layers. And just blend some of our colors back in. There we go, because we did lose a few colors in the general sort of process of things, which does happen from time to time.
It looks like a very nice scenery because it's got that blue, the green, and all.
Yeah, see, it wasn't the tears, it was trying to get a good mix.
Deborah H. Oh wait, Pam M said, Deborah H. Is there a spotlight for men near Bunnings? Well, Bunnings is like a spotlight for men.
Unfortunately, that is over in Clinton. It's a
Yeah.
9-minute drive, 15-minute drive.
I mean, if you come in, surely.
I mean,
what,
it depends how.
You come into Gladstone, because if you come into Gladstone in Pacific Ways, you go through Bunnings first. Down.
It also depends how long you classify a long commute. Like, 15 minutes might be very short for some people.
Deborah H said Pam N. Now there's a thought. There's an idea.
I think it's a solid plan.
But do you sell plants at Bunnings?
Yeah, I do. I was saying a solid plan, but yeah, we can go into plants if you want.
It all depends on what I want.
It does. Right, there we go. And then I think what we might come and do is I'm just going to clean off my paintbrush a bit because I want to come back in with this limey colour and do some of my lime over here. And then do some of the starky colour between the layers there. And then I think we might be done with our grass stencil. So I'm just going to lift that up so they can see what we've done. So we've just done it at the bottom of our hills just to give it some more definition. And then what we're going to come and do is we're going to come back in with some of our tealy colour, especially here. Just get the finger a little bit in there. Because we want it to be blotchy, not thick, not strokey, but like just a little bit.
Marie K says looks very beautiful.
Blotchy. Thank you. And then we want looking over this way.
Diane D said amazing, Andy.
Oh, thank you. So we're just
How have you been lately, Andy?
I feel like you already asked me this question. I'm working.
Your mind could change.
I did go to the doctors this week. I'm now on antibiotics and steroids again. Fun times.
Deborah H said, Pam M, I could leave him at the caravan park to wash the van or catch up on his Gold Hunter show. Works for me. Yeah.
Look, all seem relatively like decent plans. Probably a lot cheaper than sending him to Bunnings.
Yeah.
More money for Craftman.
Yeah. I mean, also, our shop is relatively good because we're right next to, a coffee shop. And
There's a good cafe up the
and there's
road.
the fish and chip shop right next door.
The fish and chip shop is like a local landmark.
Yeah. It's like whenever we have to tell our uncle where our shop is or remind him, we just say next to the fish and chip shop.
Knows
He
exactly.
remembers.
Yep, knows exactly where it is then.
Deborah H says, I don't know how you just put up with paint on that and not get it to mud. There is a skill in it. It looks great.
Oh,
Yeah.
thank you. So the skill is basically just to choose colours that mix well.
Could you explain that a little bit more, Nanny?
Well, obviously, okay, so we've all done class before. So if you mix, like, for example, purple and red together, you might get a little bit of mud. So if you're going to do a technique like this, maybe don't use purple and red. Just a bit of a suggestion.
If you want to blend them nicely and do it very slowly.
Like, you can, but I'm not patient enough for that, Bizzo.
Deborah H says, coffee shop sounds good for hubby.
Yes. Okay, and you just get a bit more paint over in that bit area, and then that bit area, and then, oh my gosh, it's starting to look like a landscape. It's a miracle and a half.
And a half.
Yeah. Miracle and a half. It's giving me leeway room to stuff up. See?
Is that your quote? Because I'm going to have to go out the quote book.
I'm going to have to grab out the quote book. Oh no.
Where is it?
You have a quote book?
No, the book where we wrote Sandra's quote, remember?
Oh yes. We should start a quote book actually.
Actually, we did steal Dad's notebook, so it only makes... the only thing I've got on this,
What happened to Dad's notebook? Did he take it into work on us?
I think, we've
How
got
dare
this...
he? I wrote a note on that in class yesterday that we're going to remember.
Okay, I won't use that. There is a sheet of paper that we called, and I've got a nice pen. I wrote quote page.
It was the Domino's menu, by the way, people. They always drop Domino's mail up at our house. We get 2 a week.
What did you say? A miracle and a half.
Miracle and a half. No, it just gives me a bit of leeway room, in case I...
Oh, I just wrote our initials. I wrote your initials, but I realised our initials are the same.
This is going to be really confusing if both of us ever become famous. We have to give autographs.
See, that's why we have signatures.
What, mine are going to be painted lines?
Wow, very interesting. Sandy M says, so amazing, Naomi.
Thank you. Right, so we're just coming in. I'm doing this with my finger because I do want to highlight some of the texture that we have underneath from our collage, and I do want to blend this a little bit with less water than the first time. Right. My fingers are like a mess.
There we go. The quote page is right next to the stapler.
Oh, what power. That was definitely over 5 minutes.
Man, I said a range.
It doesn't count if it's within 10.
It's before than 15.
I'm just out there.
Give me a minute.
Oh,
Good night.
dirty hands.
Not that dirty. Oh, they are kind of. Okay.
Now, don't put your hair under her. Oh, she's not
No,
going to do
not
it.
me. Really?
No, she's just well, that's singing. Come on.
We don't do it on this one because I stand while painting.
Yeah,
Do
go.
not handshake.
Good, go.
Let's go. Come on, Charlie Chocolate Chops.
You guys have a good night handshake?
It's just a regular handshake, Nanny.
Oh,
Oh, now I can see. Oh yeah, I see your little note on the dominoes.
yeah, keep it there, mate. I need to tell Dad about that note. Could you actually show him that? Because that's a necessary moment there. I forgot to tell him yesterday. He was asleep after class. It's the only piece of paper we had on his desk yesterday night. Right, here we go. Now. Oh, thank you. Now we've done... Excellent. Thank you. Now that we've done all of that, what we're going to come and do...
And M says, Deborah H., I think he might like to meet the other people in the
Hey, you never know. Him and Dad could have a good chin wag.
We do sell we sell lots of different art supplies, not just graphic like pockets.
Mm-hmm. Right, so...
My dad's candy. That's a really good name.
Thank you. Right, we're just drying it again. The most important part is we dry it in between the layers, / whenever it gets a little bit too wet from our liking. So just realised we're going to need to get this bit a little bit more together.
Yes. Deborah H. said, Nanny, we'd never get them apart. Karis J says, just turning in. Very interesting, Naomi-Jon.
Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Right, so now that we've got the, I think that's the main part of our landscape done and dusted, I'm not going to lie. What we're going to come and do is we're going to add, I think, some yellow dots.
Yep. Your new signature.
Dude, don't you dare diss my signature.
Pam M said, Deborah H. That's very true.
Right, here we go. So we're just coming in with our sponge and doing a few dots. We don't want too many.
Make it look like there's 5 lines.
I don't think these dots are going to really do that trick. And the yellow's actually turning green, so we're going to stop that, maybe. It's dependable. Maybe not. Might do some coming out of the mountain. Oh, it looks quite nice.
The mountain might have some lovely plants, like some moss on it.
It's rock. It's okay.
Can I have moss on them?
I forgive you. Right. I'm trying to think. I did have a plan.
You did.
I've kind of forgotten it as we've gone along. Nothing out of the, nothing, nothing new there, nothing new. That's the word I was looking for. Okay.
Well, I'd be very concerned if there was a new word instead of new.
Well, I was nothing out of the usual. There we go. Right. So now I think we're going to come in with just some dots on our liner pattern because we want to add some details in. We want them to be fairly, out there, but still in the color range that we've done.
Lorraine C said, looks very affected, Naomi.
Oh,
Looks
thank you.
great.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. And then we're going to come in with, oh, there we go. Is that small enough? Probably not. Okay, here we go. And yellow.
Oh, there's a blind guy.
Then, are we missing something?
Diane B says, this is good. Great class, Naomi-Jon.
Oh, thank you. So we're going to come in and we're going to do like these really thin lines and they're going to actually end up looking kind of like flowers. Just by like the simplicity of them.
So it's going to be a meadow within the mountain ranges of yellow flowers.
Yeah. You know? Yellow's pretty cool.
I mean, it's one of those colours, like, something that puts a lot of people off yellow is the yellow highlighters.
It's a bit heinous, isn't it?
You don't talk about that yellow.
Also baby poo yellow. Just
Mustard. Well, mustard, it depends. Like, if mustard goes with a nice blue or a nice contrast, like a nice colour with it, it looks nice.
see.
Mustard by itself?
Your future house is going to be mustard and blue, is that it? Is that what you're trying to tell me?
No.
No? What would your house colour palette be, Noah? Don't you dare tell me beige.
It's white.
It's white.
Plain. I mean, if I coloured my house a specific colour palette, who knows? I could wake up the next morning and not like it.
See, you're not trusting yourself to be stable enough to like one colour for the rest of your life.
Yeah. I wake up the next morning and go, oh, purple.
I don't know, you've been pretty consistent with liking your purple shirts so far.
That purple shirt, Naomi, it's just... I have like 4 of those, actually.
so every
I
weekend.
have a lot of clothes, but a lot of them are really old and don't fit because they were Milton's or, you know, hand-me-downs.
You do have a few of my ones.
Yeah, I have some of your clothes. A few of your shirts. They don't fit.
Well, obviously, you're taller than me.
One of Milton's shirts he had looks like a crop top.
Now, that could be a look we could go for in Christmas. How do you feel?
I think I get some, like, in Christmas. I always have to sit next to either Grandma or Nana.
Wow, yeah. Let's not talk about the Christmas seating arrangement. I don't really want to think about Christmas coming up soon.
Well, you just, you know, afraid you're going to have to make a cheesecake.
No, it's because I'm an adult now, so everyone expects me to give out gifts to every single person I know. Okay, when I'm the receiver.
I think you're more than okay, Nanny. I've seen you at Christmas.
But, like, I put a lot of forethought into my gifts.
I mean, last
At
year
Christmas
we made
time.
all the grandparents cups.
Yeah, and whose idea was that?
Sandra B says, actually, I'm making Christmas cards while watching your class.
Oh.
Pre-prepared.
Yeah, we should start making our Christmas cards now, hey? Be the first time in years we have them.
Yeah, no, it's surprising. We work at an art shop, yet the Christmas cards are rarely given.
Well, that's because we forget.
Yes.
Okay, here we go. And then we're going to do some little sticky branches. These.
Sticky bunch.
Yeah, they're like...
Blue trees.
Uh-huh. Have you never seen a blue tree before in your life?
Actually, I can't say no to that. I have seen.
You've seen a blue tree?
Well, you have too. We've seen the same blue tree every morning. The one near Chanel.
Oh, yeah, that bright blue tree. I was like, What naturally blue tree have I seen?
It's not natural, Naomi. It's painted.
I know. I was having a mind blank.
Yeah, there's naturally blue trees.
You never know. Have you been everywhere in the world?
No. I haven't been outside of Australia, Naomi.
Exactly. So you don't know if there's not naturally blue trees
And
over
I've
somewhere
only
else.
been to 2 states in Australia.
Well,
Actually, no, 3.
I was about to say.
Because Melbourne went
Tamworth.
somewhere in town. Wait, where did we go in Sydney? Well, New South Wales.
Did you go to the Newcastle, Penrith, or Tamworth?
I think Newcastle or Tamworth.
Yeah.
I know I definitely went to Melbourne, but that's the only place I've been in Vicky. And Queensland, I've been Bundaberg, Brisbane, Tyro, all the little towns in between. Townsville,
That's because we live in.
lads. Rocky have been to, yeah.
It's because we live here, mate. Right, and now, what's another pattern we could do? Maybe triangles.
Crisscross?
Crisscross, you reckon? Well, we could do some hatchings.
You were starting to go down the triangle path and we were seeing a bunch of little succulents.
Oh no. We are avoiding triangles then. At all costs. I still have to finish that painting.
How much do you have to go?
Oh, like a good
Good
15, 16s?
15, 6.
So I've done a 16th of it, I reckon.
Wow.
Because, you know, I'm a genius who decided to start painting succulents.
Oh, look at this little bridge.
I have? Where?
See, on screen.
Alright.
Never look. Little bridge. And there's another bridge.
Kind of. Well, I get that now. Okay.
See? Accidental perfection.
Oh, 2 big words for Noah. I have to read your psychology tonight, don't I?
Yeah.
When's that draft due?
Like, week 4-ish, but I think week 2.
Oh, okay. Can I read it tomorrow then?
Yeah, sure.
Thank you. Right. Sorry. Yeah.
Missy, get off there.
Kind of well.
Missy.
When I went to the doctor's this week, they told me that I had gotten a secondary infection in my eczema. Nothing out of the usual. I normally get one in winter. That's what happens. There's lots of things in winter or at the beginning of spring because it's the changing of the season.
Missy,
Could have been the mold. Who knows?
Smack.
But that's how it is. And then, you know, so I got antibiotics and steroids and fun stuff. And they took the heating out of the big 50-meter pool, so I freeze my butt off every afternoon now.
You're just bringing up your immunity for when it gets really cold next year.
Oh, I'm telling you right now, the first 10 laps, I did the first 10 laps in 6 minutes. And then I did the next 50 in 44 minutes. Oh man, that was fast.
Wow.
Shit is.
You're going to be like the Usain Bolt of the water.
No, not that fast. Jeez.
You're the fastest swimmer in our family now.
That's not really an accomplishment, but yeah, okay.
If you can swim more than 2 strokes, Tyson strokes, you won.
Oh. I don't know, I reckon Milton could outswim me if he really tried.
Ooh, I don't know. I've seen him in the water, like, you know, he's fast, but, you know, not accurate. All I remember is when we were at Scouts at the pool, it was you, him, and like 4 other people were doing a race. Because it was like the end of like the thing. And it was a party. And you and him and 4 other people doing a race. And Milton was winning. but he accidentally went into someone else's lane and hit the wall.
Yeah, that's because like the lane ropes and everything. It happens.
Yes. Marie Kay, our son Robbie had to go to the PA hospital in Brisbane last week. He had to get an eye recovery unit. Got an infection in his eye somehow.
Ugh. Yeah, that's not a good one.
Karis says, "Good on you, Naomi."
Not fun swimming in an unheated pool. Right, okay. I think I'm just playing around with this a little bit now.
Have they opened up the heated pool?
They have, but they don't really have any room in it in the afternoons because that's where they teach all the kids because they don't want the kids to freeze. Because, you know, duty of care or whatever it is.
Duty of care. I mean, you got more lanes now.
Yeah, I'm not getting squashed. It's lovely, actually. Right, here we go. So we're coming in and we're doing the sky. I did kind of forget about the sky.
Couldn't tell.
So we're just coming in. Yeah, I hope he is okay. That's not good at all, Marie.
Deborah H says, "Hope he's okay." Marie K says, "I think the damper weather is causing more infections."
Yeah, I think that's it. I don't know.
Plus, we've gone from cold to hot. Not hot, but cold. It was really cold.
Yeah, we've kind of skipped the pre-spring weather that we normally get.
But it's not like hot.
It's not summer yet.
It's not summer yet. It's just humid. Not that humid, but it was just really, really cold.
We're officially out of jumper season, which is great.
Jumper season lasted too long.
Yep.
It's supposed to be a week. But it was like the month. And I was like,
I'll tell you right now, it's not fun. But yeah, we're officially out of jumper season, which is amazing.
just wait. In 2 weeks' time, we'll be complaining about how hot and humid it is.
I don't think I will be, mate. Serious. I still can remember the winter cold. Every time I hop in that bloody pool.
I think because for like the whole season straight, we were wearing jumpers.
I know, it's strange.
Like, usually you wear jumpers for a week. And you know, that's when you're going out. Because you don't want to look like a loony.
And
But no,
it's definitely a lot colder of a winter this year.
although Grandma was telling me that it got that cold, she had to wear a beanie to bed.
Oh.
And it wasn't like one of the tea cozy ones, it was an actual beanie. Marie K says, it still gets very cold here in the morning and night. I think we will be in for lots of hailstorms for this storm season.
Yeah, the report that the Bureau like the predictions that the Bureau Meteorology put out this week for our summer coming up, just and like the cyclone season ahead, just didn't look that great.
Yeah. Pam M says it's back to heater weather here.
Yep, I'm glad. I'm a summer person.
Look, all I know is when it's
prefer
around
heat.
Christmas time, it will be at least over 20 degrees.
It will be in high 30s. I cannot wait. You don't know that you're alive until you sweat the day. Yeah, exactly.
All I remember last year is we had school. It was like the last 2 weeks of school. It was the last week of school. But that's when we had that hailstorm, that mini hailstorm, and we had that rain 5 days in a row. So, and it was like really heavy rain. So for the 5 days that we had left of school, we were just always in lockdown in our classes because of the rain.
Yep, the teachers had to risk their lives between classrooms.
You know, bring an umbrella.
You could always tell the teachers that came prepared, and the ones that didn't, they were running.
Yes. Brunny N says, I am over the rain. Bring on the sun. Love the heat.
See? Oh, Bronny. I like heat. I'm ready for summer weather.
I like your dress.
I work in the non-air conditioned part of the shop, Noah. I'm ready for summer.
Well, the air conditioned part was you didn't have the aircon on during winter.
Oh. That's when you're like, we should have invested in heaters. Okay, right. I think...
Karen L says, here in Melbourne, the rain pours down, the temperature drops, and the wind is like a blast of ice.
Another reason why we don't live in Melbourne permanently.
Melbourne's nice to visit. It's when you get to where you jump.
Actually, the weather wasn't too bad when we went down this year.
Yeah. Deborah H says, our house is technically cut off by floodwaters over the road. Our son got out to get to school and work against my better judgment, but might not get back again. He's organised accommodation elsewhere.
Oh. Okay, it's a bit
Ronnie
risky.
N said, I got so many new dresses I need to wear.
Exactly, see? To buy dresses in winter or for summer. I have some nice dresses that I actually want to wear to work. I'm going to wear a dress to work next week, people.
Bronnie N.
If not tomorrow.
Bronnie N says, Deborah H says, it's just been a miserable this year weather-wise. Marie K says, that looks very amazing, Naomi.
Thank you. See, look, once we add the sky in, everything works.
Looks like this little house up in the mountains.
Yeah. I'm going to do some fake writing here in white. Because I don't know what to write. I'm not a poet.
Oh, it's like, when you get those die-cut stamps and it's like the fancy writing.
Yeah, so then people try reading it and it's just like, it's just the alphabet.
It's nothing.
Literally.
Bronnie N says, I know... where is it gone? I know we have to have too much rain. We had to have too much rain. Karen L says, up where you guys live, I would like winter, but I'd melt in summer and be awfully grumpy.
No, summer is amazing.
Pam M says, Deborah H, oh no, what about the girls?
Yeah, your son's finding out. Oh, that's not good.
Diane B says, love, love, love this.
Thank you.
Sandra B says, I live in Wagga Wagga
Ooh.
and have worn summer clothes all winter.
Right.
Marie K says, Deborah H, thank you. Yes, he is in the mend now. Just needed the right type of antibiotics. Dad said, well, you really can paint. Deborah H says, yeah, not really impressed as I don't know many people who eat out for dinner down there tonight. They are sandbagged around the area and some towns in the area are even evacuating.
Mm-hmm.
Deborah H says, Pam M exactly. Kara says, looks amazing, Naomi.
Thank you. We're just adding some yellow sponged on. Some yellow paint sponged on. Well, I think it just needs
Karen L says, Naomi-Jon, your page is amazing tonight.
Thank you. So look, I can pull out something down my bottom sometimes.
You pulled a rabbit out of your hat.
I did. We came into this with a 0 plan, by the way, people.
Deborah H says, love the sky. Whoa.
Yep. So it was like the same technique we used on the hills, just in a smaller area, more confined.
Yeah, man. That would look great on a canvas.
Thanks. You could also do it on the back of the scrapbook page. Stick a photo right there. I'm not even kidding. I'm tempted.
Dad said Martin Hanson closed yesterday.
Yeah, I know. Didn't enter anything. Don't tell Mum. I'm in trouble.
Mum didn't enter anything.
Yeah, she's not the one that's trying to make art out of her career. She already has art as her career.
Bronnie Ann says the yellow is making it all just pop.
Exactly. The yellow's for the highlights. It really just helps it.
Marie K says the colours all look so very beautiful. Pam N says I just love this.
Are you okay there commentating? You going?
Yeah, because comments coming in after each other. It's like
This is the most talking you've done probably all day. How do you feel? A bit winded?
wow. At one point, I felt like the Little Mermaid. 'Cause,
Hey, that new movie's coming out. The live action's coming out soon.
Oh yeah! Wow.
Actually, it has Melissa McCarthy in it. I think it'll be pretty good.
Missy, get out of the clothes basket.
Missy's in the clothes again.
I told you, if you got hot in that again, you get smacked. But I'm not going to smack you.
Right, because we're alive. Okay, right.
Yes, I know, Kat. You got your stitches out, but that doesn't mean you could be a bumhole.
Right. Now that we've done with that, I think we're finished.
Oh.
I actually think we're finished. Oh, it took us an hour and a half. Oh dear, sorry.
You're only halfway over.
Right, so that there is our class for tonight. It's our landscape. Look at that, 101 on how to paint a landscape. It's pretty simple. So we did use a stencil at one point, the scene builders. They are pretty useful. We also have a wave one and a mountain one. They're quite nice to use, actually. I'm really good, easy with the blending brush. And as you can see, it's just nice and simple. Now, Missy's alive and being obnoxious. She has her stitches out and she's 100% better. Made full recovery. Bloody
She
poo.
woke me up at like 5 a.m, so she's alive.
She's alive. She's alive. So, thank you all for coming. I hope you have a good week. Just a reminder that tomorrow night, Mum is doing her Friday Night Live with our new Christmas color cuts. So they are. We still have some in like. I don't know how Mum did the system because I'm just cutting them madly. Anyway, they are up, and what was that else I need to say? Retreat kits will be sent out tomorrow, and there was something else. I can't remember. I'm trying to remember. It's not going well. Anyway, thank you all for coming and have a great week. Bye.